Cosmic peace and tranquility be with you. Welcome back to Let's Play Aurora Forex United Union in Unity, where we are one with the Cosmic Blizzard. Okay. Picked up, I've played about 9 months off screen just until our Super Freighter was ready. There's been a few minor tech upgrades, but that's nothing really to get excited about. What is to get excited about is we have this big, honking, fast thing that can carry 5 facilities. So, China Rose. So, first thing we're going to do, we're going to scrap one of our smaller conventional freighters. So, go here, scrap, make sure you get the right chip. Sometimes you need to double check. And I'm going to grab the second one, scrap that, just so we get some minerals and components back. And the next thing we're going to do, I've been looking over our mineral situation, and the thing that really seems to be getting us right now is neutronium is going to be our main factor here. So, Oberon has a small deposit here. I believe that's a moon of Neptune or Uranus. So that's going to be our first target. We're going to use our China Rose to set up Automine sites on as many of our designated areas as possible. You can carry 5 facilities, so 4 Automines. And a mass driver. Going over to Oberon. The ship has the speed and range to do pretty much the entire outer system. So, okay, so that's done. This is just like a graphical glitch, which is a little confusing to me, but we don't need it right now, so I'm not too worried. Whatever, we don't, again, okay, set basic sensors, thermal sensor 6. So I'm gonna go in here, just gonna do a basic size 1 thermal sensor. Okay, you wanna name your sensors. It saves so much trouble in the ship design screen later on when you got like 50 techs. So, okay, so basic thermal 6. This is a size 1. Anything size 1 or smaller, it counts as is considered a civilian. So we can add that onto our civilian ships without any real cost. That's done. I'm gonna grab for now. Okay, China Rose, as you can see, is already ripping through. I seem to have it locked on the ship. Okay, don't want that. Okay. Just done. Okay. Just checking what's next on the agenda. Okay. So Oberon is Uranus, it looks like. So the next question is, do we build a second freighter? We don't want to overbuild this early, but it's important to keep in mind that the ship that design like that is going to be useful for at least 10-15 years in this game. So we have the shipyard right there. Costs 900 gallicite, 700 uranium, which could be an issue. Everything else looks good. Go ahead and put it out. We can rename ships later, so I'm not too worried about that. Don't think I'm going to be spending too much time focusing on ship names. As long as I know what class it is, we can use it. Okay. Actually, we could show you right now. Want to do like a basic grav survey ship. Okay, so 24. You can argue 36, but for 24 should be good enough. 2 size 25 engines, or 1 size 50, depending on what you got. And 2 grav survey ships. Gravitational survey sensors to find wormholes. Like to do 2 years worth of fuel. You probably don't need that much. Right there. Should be plenty. And because grav survey do count as a military component, you do need maintenance on them. Go over and put in engineering spaces until maintenance life is at least 2. I would argue 3. So that right there is a basic grav survey ship. It will do the job, but we're not going to build it. We're going to build something a little fancier. So I'll get to that in probably by the end of the episode. A ship like that is going to be useful for about 15 years. The jump capable one I'm thinking is going to be useful for about 30 years in the game. Because grav survey ships last a long time. They tend not to get shot. Geo survey ships do get shot a lot. So you do need to keep that in mind. We will be replacing them fairly often. Okay, we are breaking even cash-wise. So we need to consider... I'm going to do shipbuilding. We are going to start building ships now, so I want to punch that out. I'm going to do fuel next. I'll queue that up. Jump gate, we want that. Mining is an obvious one. We'll do that. Then jump gate. So once our jump drives are available, I'm going to focus back onto industrial tech. New lab. Engineering section small. Okay. Gonna go ahead. That 50 multiplier is useful enough, and this is all tech we need. Equipment logistics. Pulling a lot of automines here. That's gonna be using them. Aurora is set up, so I'm gonna start fleeing that to IO. And we're not gonna put a huge number of lines in all these. I just want to get everyone set up, so do that later. Which reminds me, I just want to double check. Train Garrison Battalion. Okay, I believe that's... Go ahead, drop that off on the moon, which is up to 15 million people. Civilian ships, we have quite a few. Commercial ships. There's a bit of a distinction between government-owned civilian ships and commercial ships. Okay, just want to go over to the geological survey report. Just want to double check, is there any viable... Temple Tuttle is a maybe. There's no reason not to mark it, so we're going to go ahead and do that. On the list is Wolf. China rolls is done. Grab a. Okay, there's no maximum load, so I know it's going to grab 5. If you're not sure, do actually put it in. But once you know your ships, it's a little. So move there. Refuel. Do that twice, so I can move 10 more mines to Wolf. And I'm going to set Wolf to go to Io right now. Where are you? So get that into the Cascade. Just want to set up small mines in all these so it's marked down for later. We have 11 mass drivers. Okay, we're good. Rose has been scrapped. So what you can do when you actually do need to do this. Okay, go into your fleets, go to the ship that was just scrapped, and delete the task group. Just to keep that from getting cluttered. Search complete railgun velocity. We are going to do railguns for our first ship, so I'm not going to get too fancy there. Okay, I'm going to grab that velocity deck just for now. Just going to do very basic railgun ships. Not expecting much in the way of threats this early in the game, but we have been surprised before. Second freighter is going to be about a year, just under a year. Okay, a couple months till jump drives are done. Then we need to rethink what we're going to do. Okay, and that basic grab survey ship will get the job done. So, but I just want to future-proof a bit. Does not hurt to plan ahead in this game, so. China Rose is done. We'll check, we have 21 and 11. Next on the list is this asteroid type thing, which is a decent thorium deposit and is worth mining, so we'll go ahead and leave it a Kuiper Belt object. So, aren't gonna put too many mines on it, just want to mark it for later. And there's a lot of arguments. If you want to min-max and just actually focus your mining efforts, that's fine. I do go for a shotgun approach. So. I think that was one of the things that really hurt me in the Crusader States playthrough is that I did not react to the Galasite discoveries, which I desperately needed. So I should have focused more on actually getting those mines up to expense everything else. So just having a steady supply would have changed the entire playthrough. So. And I haven't actually abandoned that game. I need to rethink things. I think I am gonna fight it out, but that's another topic for another day. Okay, infrastructure on Mars is done. We could arguably build more. Would probably be a worthwhile use. I have 20 construction lines over here, so I'm gonna go ahead and just take on another 500. Check Ganymede has enough for one more, so I'm gonna actually move construction. Use our normal freighter and move one construction unit over there. Okay, this bug is bothering me. I gotta figure out how to get it. Usually this is something that just goes away in the next couple of turns. Okay, I'm just gonna close you. Empire. And it's still there. Oh, whatever. Not really affecting me, not really affecting the game at this point. Just kind of annoying. Okay, so we had a fuel refinery done it, so we can take that and we can put it into what? We're really pushing Automines right now, so we have. It's not gonna be enough. Checking. I'm gonna grab another naval shipyard. We will need them at some point. Mineral wise, we're good. Starting to run out on Earth though. That's gonna be a concern. We have a good stockpile, everything we need. Just gotta make it count. Okay. Next on the agenda. Nope, that's how that worked. Looks like it worked a bit. Okay, stupid graphic glitch. Jump drive efficiency, okay. We have all our techs we need, so I'm gonna go to jump drive. Can do a military jump drive. 6,000 tons, which is what our survey ships are gonna be. You can fine tune this, but that's just kind of little too much. Corvette, tech level 6. Again, I have my own system. You will come up with your own as you play the game. Power and propulsion. Okay, get that done. And I want you to start, I guess. Space tracking station done. Put that in the Put that 10 points in the Automines. Done. I'm gonna push this up to 70. Don't know if I'm going to add an extra slip yet, but... Construction done. Put that in the construction facilities. Fuel is decent. We're gonna need more though. If we're running super freighters, we're gonna need more fuel. That's one of the disadvantages of these enormous ships here. Okay, engine drive done. Any techs we're waiting on. Debatably engineering section, that's right away done. Could probably pop that out. Okay, just gonna adjust our research here. Take this down to 5. Take you up to 10. Take you up to 10. Take you down one, put you in there like that. So. That Kinniper belt thing may have been a little too far out. Okay, China Rose is on its way back. But it did take like 7 months, so maybe I should have gone for a closer target. Whatever. Ship coming back. Okay, engineering section small. It's the half-size engineering thing. I just find it useful for some military ships when you're trying to fine-tune. And it does lead down the fighter path. I'm not going to don't think I'm going to go with fighters unless something odd happens, but. Command and control, since I think we probably want that, right? We're going to want that anyway, so go ahead and grab that. Gonna take a lab off and put that into the railguns. Or do we have a defense guy right now? We don't. We don't need one either. We don't need one right now. So go ahead and put you into speed. We don't need. Yeah, just go ahead and do that. Survey active sensors is done. I'm gonna grab one level of passive EM sensors, and then we'll get bring our first active sensor on. But you know what? I'm gonna go ahead. Peaceful Willow. Grab, where are you? Alphabet. We're in it. There it is. Survey ship. 36. I said I was going to overbuild this thing a little. 2 basic ion engines. Jump drive. Just going to pop on 1 basic thermal sensor for now. 2 geos. That should be plenty. Don't need a full 2 years of fuel. That's well over 2 years of fuel. I'm going to want 3 years of perfect. That's good. So 55 over 5,000 tons, good speed, good range. Does the job. Now, okay, the basic ship I showed you will do just fine, but I'm kind of future-proofing. This ship will be around for at least 20 to 30 years, so we are going to get a lot of work out of it. So I'm going to go into our shipyard here. I'm going to retool. Now you could. Like that. Set activity. Check the task group here, because I guess that's default. Okay, and go ahead and start building. It's going to take about 1.5 years. It's fine. In that meantime, we're going to get our sensors tap up, which is what we need anyway. We're going to do rebuild our get a ground survey ship. And we're going to start working on our basic military. And after that, we're gonna do our jump grade construction ship. which you don't actually need for the initial exploration. So, just something to keep in mind. Okay, next on the list is Vesta, which is an asteroid. Okay. Okay, trying to Rose's back. It's Nugent, which is a comet. These little 4 Automines are just placeholders sites. If I have, it's gonna keep things a lot simpler if I want to use this civilian to move Automines to the site. I also already have a site set up in that with a mass driver. For example, here, should check Earth. We have so I'm gonna civilian status. Let's move 11 to Vista to Mad. So we'll move 11 on stop Vista, and because I already have a mass driver set up, I don't have to bother with putting in the mass drive. One lab done. Okay. Put that in Automines, I guess. At least for now. Okay, shipyard. I'm gonna grab you one level. We're waiting on sensors mostly, so I'm gonna put that in. Is back. Benjamin to. So how are things on IO? Good. Next on the list is he doesn't have enough Charon, which is Pluto's large moon. Go ahead and set that up. New scientist, sensors, fire control. We have that. I'm going to do a 30-day turn here. Shipyard modified. Gonna want another tool. Making sure we are rolling in this. Yeah. Shipbuilding raid is done. Scientist was forced to retire. I believe that's our energy guy. Not focusing too heavily on energy right now, but it does suck to lose a scientist. So. He was almost done. Almost done his life's work. He died. I think I'm gonna want. What do we cue that up next? Okay. Sensors is done. What we're going to do here, we're going to go into a very basic nav sensor. Okay, size 1, it counts as a civilian sensor. Basic nav 2057. I'm going to go into ESM. Okay, size 1, so we can actually put it on civilian ships. Okay. What will we want next? Probably fire control rating. Game control. Probably don't want. Second China Rose is built. I'm not going to bother building a third one at this point in the game. We will get more fuel efficient ships later on, so I'm not gonna get excited here. Go and drop you off in Pluto. And one more tick. Okay, that's enough. So what we're gonna do here. Dreaming bee. Okay, I'm going to Peaceful Willow. I'm going to copy design, shift it to Geo Survey Ship. I mean, you could do this from scratch again, but don't want to bother. Select name. Go into the chart here. Grab something fairly appropriate. Or just something random. 18 looks good. Design. Want to swap out the gravitational surveys sensors. Put geological survey sensors in. Again, I'm going to put my basic sensors in. because geo survey ships act as mostly as your explorers, so you do need. It does help to have at least some sensors on them, so when they die horribly, at least they can scream and give you a good idea what you're dealing with. So any sensors hurts. So yeah, just basic sensor suite. Still a commercial vessel, so we can take out the engineering suite. So, and that looks usable. That looks good. Lock design. What we're gonna do is we're gonna scrap our existing ship so we can use the same sensors. I'm gonna actually retool for 8 while we're doing this. Just get that going. So it's gonna be. I believe I can scrap. Dolphin Dreaming. Interesting thing. Okay, so we're gonna scrap it. We're gonna get both sensors off that ship, and then we're gonna put it on the new ship, which is ship is already truly got another. So yeah, that all works out, and with that, I'm going to. Focusing on getting our military ships up. So it's gonna go sensors for now, get basic railguns going. Capacitors would help, but it's not a major tech at this point. Or is it? Oh well. Okay, so we have 2 super freighters out. We have our ground survey ship about half a year away. We have begun work on our new generation of geo survey ship, and we are finish up the technologies we're going to need for our basic railgun ships, just for have some defenses. So we're maybe 1 or 2 episodes away from actually being able to explore. So I'm going to say 2 episodes, maybe 3. Anyway. Wolf person out. Stay groovy, groovy space people, and be one with the blizzard.